welcome back to the Fire Burns Within channel. This is another anniversary re-rank, re-listen, review video. Megadeth's 9th studio album, The World Needs a Hero, turns 20 on May the 15th. So by the time I upload this, I've tried to upload this on the right day. It will be the exact 20th anniversary of The World Needs a Hero, excuse me. So yeah, it's the 9th studio album from Megadeth, released after perhaps the band's least revered album, Risk. It was sort of a comeback to metal, if you like, you know, trying to regain some lost ground from the debacle that was Risk. Although I didn't mind Risk, I personally, because I'm more accepting of non-thrash metal music, so I was I was expecting thrash, but when I didn't get thrash, I was able to accept it. But The World Needs a Hero, it was sort of touted as some sort of a comeback. Marty Friedman had left. They got Al Pitrelli in from many bands, Savatage. I can't think who else was he in. Sure, a few other ones. Anyway, they got him in and released The World Needs a Hero, May 15th, 2001, exactly 20 years ago. So I re-listened to this in full. I hadn't listened to it for a long time. I re-listened carefully. I ranked each song I heard. I'm going to quickly go through each song, give a ranking, and then give a overall rating again for this 9th Megadeth studio album. So the album starts off with Disconnect. The main riff of the album is sort of mid-paced, it's chunky, it's a bit monotonous, but it's quite cool. Dave's voice is very high in the mix. It's sort of too clear, too loud. The guitar needs to be much higher. The bass is very audible. You can hear the bass very well. It's not a bad song. It's sort of a little bit, wishy-washy mid-tempo. It's blowing a little bit of the cobwebs of Risk off, but you expect a faster paced song for an opener. It's okay. I rated it 7 out of 10. Track 2 is the title track, World Needs a Hero. Dave is talking the first few lines, a bit like Sweating Bullets, but it's just nowhere near as cool. The chorus is simple. The riff behind it is quite cool. And then it goes into sort of like a semi-thrashy part, but they don't really cut loose like you were hoping to. It's not a terrible song, but it's not a great song either. 6.5 out of 10. Track 3 is Moto Psycho. It's got a thumping riff to start. Again, it's sort of fairly mid-tempo-ish, but a slight raise of tempo, if you like. Got quite a punky little riff in the background. After the main verse, the first verse is done, the chorus is sort of not really great. It's just a repeated line. I quite like the riffs in this, but the lyrics are not to my taste. It's a little bit better than The World Needs a Hero, the last track. Again, we go to the trusty 7 out of 10. Track 4 is 1000 Times Goodbye. It's a cool riff at the start. It's quite a long song, this one. Lyrics about relationships going wrong, which is again not good. The tempo is quite good on this. Dave's vocals sound good. The woman's answer machine vocals are not good. The chorus is kind of cool. It's okay. It's an okay song. It's just a bit long-winded. I like Dave's vocal in the song, but not the lyrics. But overall, I just about give it a 7 out of 10. Track 4 is Burning Bridges. This one sounds like a song from the Risk sessions. It's got that sort of familiar feel, but it's a little bit heavier than a Risk song. The tempo is again fairly slow, although Dave's vocals are quite aggressive in this song. The chorus is really quite melodic on this one. I quite enjoy the chorus. I like it. I like the riff. Although it's fairly mundane and it's sort of pretty similar to the Disconnect riff. And then finally towards the end of the song, it sort of speeds up into a faster riff. It reminds me of the same riff as the Blackmail the Universe riff, which is the song that appears on the album after this, The System Has Failed. So I quite like this song. Best one so far, 7.5 out of 10. Next song is Promises. This song strangely reminds me of the Beatles with its sort of string section. The chorus is sort of kind of okay, but it's also awkward as well. Dave's voice is not good. It's not completely terrible, but it's not good either. Only a 5.5 out of 10 for that one. Track 7 is Recipe for Hate. Warhorse starts off like it's about to cut loose, you know, quite an aggressive sounding guitar, and then he just disappears and gets into this talking first verse. It's like just Dave talking away. You know? It's just not what you would hope, not what you were expecting. There's some classical sounding acoustic guitars which are quite nice, but overall the first part is nothing to write home about. The Warhorse part of the song picks up pace. It's actually pretty metal, that part. It's good. It can't fully save the song, but it's actually getting there towards more what we expect as Megadeth fans. The last riff is quite heavy. The solos are quite good. Pretty groovy. It's a good sort of end to the song, just about making the song okay. So I rate it at 7.5 out of 10. Track 8 is Losing My Senses. This is the kind of riff that the album has loads of. It's sort of slow, mid-tempo. It's fairly melodic, but Dave is just crooning over the top. This is not thrash metal by a long way. The riff, like, you know, again sounds like the same as the pace from Disconnect. Chorus is okay, nothing special. Song is just meandering. It's not a favourite of mine. Just 6 out of 10 for that one. Track 9 is Dread and the Fugitive Mind. This is easily my favourite track on the album. It's got a Sweating Bullets type feel to the verses. The chorus is pretty catchy, you know, quite melodic. Good guitar work on that. I enjoy this song a lot. It's got a cool melodic solo as well. I mean, I don't want to compare it to Tornado of Souls solo, but it's sort of in that ballpark. It's sort of got a similar feel. I really enjoy it, Dread and the Fugitive Mind. So I gave that 8.5 out of 10. Track 10 is Silent Scorn. It's an instrumental which the band actually uses as an outro for gigs. I've been to a few Megadeth gigs where they use that sort of like acoustic and trumpet based instrumental. I'm not going to give a ranking for that one. Track 11 is Return to Hangar, which is like a sequel, if you like, to Hangar 18, but it fails to muster much excitement. The lyrics are quite well thought out, you know, based on the original song, but the song itself is not exciting. The lead guitar is good. The end parts are sort of like quite similar to Hangar 18 in many ways, but it's just a pale version of it. It's not up to the right quality that we expect, but it's okay. So just a 7 out of 10. Track 12 is When. It's the longest track by far. This is basically a rewrite of Diamond Head's Am I Evil. It's got a Metallica sounding feel as well. Dave's vocals at the start are just annoying, not good. The song is long. It takes too long to get going. It's a real slog. It sounds okay towards the end, but it's mainly a boring song. A thrashier end would have helped this song. I gave it a generous 6 out of 10. So re-listening to this album, what did I learn? Well, the main thing is it hasn't aged well over 20 years. I think being a huge Megadeth fan, when I first heard The World Needs a Hero, I was quite pleased with it after Risk. I mean, I didn't mind Risk, but I thought this was quite a good step in the right direction. So I would have probably ranked this at a 7.5. or on a good day 8 out of 10 in the old days when I first heard it, right, straight after it came out. But listening now, I've come to a final ranking of around about 6.86 out of 10, and I'm more likely to round that down rather than round it up. So round that down to 6.5 out of 10 now, not getting close to a 7, 6.5, 6 even on a bad day, never reaching 7 or 7.5 even, or an 8 like I would have thought. I mean, it was a step in the right direction, but this was still not the quality that Megadeth fans were expecting. I mean, there's very little in the way of cool thrash. There's hints of it here and there, but it's just not enough. To get the juices flowing, so to speak. But it was an okay step in the right direction, at least. Yeah, it wasn't completely another Risk, but it was just a touch better than Risk, but not really much. The album that followed, actually, The System Has Failed, was a much bigger leap in the right direction, and that was supposed to be a Mustaine solo, but in the end it was released as a Megadeth album. So there we have it. The World Needs a Hero. He's 20 years old. Sad to say it hasn't aged too well. My overall rating now would be a generous 6.5 out of 10. There you have it. Stay tuned for more anniversaries, reactions, and other reviews to come. Okay, see ya.